En yayınlıyor. Bak.
Sonra biraz kötü.
Hakan.
Biz de dönüyoruz. Yok kaldı.
I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down, okay? Relax, I'm gonna go down.
وانا مثلا زي مباراه زبر ابو كزوره وزن مش مواسع سبيس
Press, we're gonna start moving.
Press
Moving,
this way.
moving down to the
Quickly.
right.
Quickly. Quickly.
Moving down to the right.
Do we need them down some more?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, okay.
They're actually working.
Do you know you need to stop?
No. Good? Everyone's good. I'll go on it.
I'll go.
So they went for this long. So Rachel, can you just shake your hand out? Let's do it. You're just gonna follow her. Here, she'll grab you. I'm moving.
Yes, press it.
Okay. And Brad. Okay.
And I'm
Stick with Brad. Sorry, what am I going with? No, you're gonna stick with the larger pool. Okay. Okay.
Run. Can you come slide down?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, as long as you're staying low. Yeah. shooting back in, guys.
Guys, you're blocking the full camera.
You're the founders.
Yes.
I could see your billboards all over town.
Very nice to meet you. This is how it's been. So these are the condoms. Yeah. Tech. Done some of the
This side.
Over here.
This side,
On this
please.
way.
This side, please.
This way.
This side, please.
My side. Thank you. So, yeah, and just keep going down. Keep going down.
Sir, out of the row, up against the fence.
Wait, we gotta keep going down, guys.
Keep going down. Keep going down.
Brian, do you not work there? I just got it.
Maybe this is like a netted. Lettuce. Oh, seeds pads.
But it's cheap. It does. But then when we get to the wet season, they probably get something.
Ah, yes, of course. Okay.
So, yeah, sure. So what we have here is just oh, you oh, sure. Look at this one over there. So on the lower end of the drink collection, lower end, something they can exactly. So it's let me show you. You gotta go.
That guy's really energetic.
So forgot to mean that one. Yeah, Japan.
I'll be back.
Come on, everybody over here.
Real quick, please. Thank you.
The wire. Those two rows. Those two rows. The back row can move freely. Please, back row, you can move freely. Please watch the wire. Yes, it is. Yes.
Scoot down, please.
Face to scoot down.
A lot of people, scoot down, please.
We have to keep moving right now, y'all.
Everyone, please. Scoot down.
Please in right now.
Down.
Scoot over, please.
Slide all the way down. Down. Thank you. Let everybody down.
Please, you're gonna get real tight and comfortable in here. Okay, let's just keep shifting. Keep shifting.
Please keep moving down.
Keep moving down.
Move down.
Move down. Move down.
Guys, scoot down. Scoot down. Scoot down. I'm not gonna do it. Come on, move, sir. Move down. Move down. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, everyone inside this line.
Great.
So these are just young students of English. You saw the big ones there. So this is like 40 centimeters land progression here, roughly about 1,000. No, we're mainly doing the bumping because remember our business model is model of import substitution. So we're looking at what has traditionally been coming in. Because we feel the shorter queuing are already kind of free now in terms of market space. So we concentrate on this because of import substitution. So they look a bit feeble, but then they end up being the tallest on the farm. Yeah, sure. Because of this environment. So they actually head up to the, yes, they need to reach up and then form a canal.
How did you determine the rate?
Wow.
On the average height of the
Yes, the average height of the crop, yes. And obviously, I mean, with farming, don't invent anything, just look at who's doing it. And, yeah. think one of the other things you also see also on the water side is the irrigation.
So wait, tell me about this. And then is this one the crop?
So this is the trellising twine, yes.
Yeah.
That we keep, tying so that it gets
So
up
it'll
to
go
there.
straight.
Because it's kind of leaky.
Right.
Funny enough, we have the clips that we bought for starch, clip the poles. But they felt that's not
Right.
so
Go back to the old
it's very organic. So welcome to I have one of my guys here that will also. Yes. So, Malama, I brought you a guest here.
Okay, nice.
Yes. So this is the iceberg lettuce, and I'm sure he will spin it for you.
Yes. Hello.
Hello, madam.
How are you? Good to see you. Thank you. I'm here so you can teach me what you're doing.
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's Maluma. So again, he actually used to be one of our interns when he was still at college. As the NRDC, Natural Resources Development College. And then he did very well. So when he was done, we scooped him.
Yeah, that's
he's been with us
Just
for-
poaching all over
Of
the
course.
place.
Yeah.
Got it.
So probably you can actually talk to the vice president about what you're doing here.
Okay, so madam, here we have three types of lettuce. So here
Yes.
we have the fancy, which is leafy, and the iceberg, which is this one.
Yeah.
So now we migrated from the open use in the rain season because this one doesn't go well in open use when it's too much water.
Right.
So I had to move it here. Here, the other advantage is that it grows very quick. Yeah, it's fast to grow here. But it's extremely good.
So you plant the seeds in here?
No.
No.
We have the greenhouse recipients.
You can get
They have to take
Okay. At what point in the growth do you bring it in here?
It's
So you had then the leaves. Yeah.
it just takes about 5 minutes.
Right. And I can see the plastic surgeon.
If you move back a little bit, you get a wider shot. You get the water.
I'm gonna stand on this side. Do you want me to? No, it's a wider shot of the water tank and its solar panels is like from further back.
Further back. So the shot that you want to get is further back.
She's the yeah, no, I know. Well, you want to get the solar panel, which is back there. So, do you want me to escort over in the middle?
That's it?
So you can get to that shot. Yes, yeah, there's a pressure. Let's look.
There he is.
Yeah, well, I know, right?
Am I in your shot?
Give you as much as I can.
This is the original piece of where it started.
Yeah.
And it has quite some very historical pieces here. Looking at the irrigation setup, how it goes. So like he indicated, this is the pipe that's bringing here. So like he indicated this.
Yes, of course.
But now that the rain is we now migrating to open until when the rain again comes through. Yes.
So is this at this point that you then take it into?
No. It's actually going to grow here. It will grow here. Because now the environment is very good. And then you can see what you want to do.
Right.
Trying to minimize that's just very
Keep going.
I'm so nervous for your shoes. I appreciate you. Who are you, Bo?
All the way to the end. Thank you so much. All the way to the end.
Sorry? Yeah.
Behind me. Yep, this is it right here. Cool. Back up, everybody. Behind me. Cool. Everybody.
Let's go, let's go.
Just try not to hit, try not to hit the sticks. Let's go, let's go. If you squat to do it.
That's the nexus. It's our stuff. Yes.
Okay, y'all. We're moving to the right. We're gonna move to the right. To the right. To the right.
All the way that way.
This is the right, y'all. We're moving to the right. Okay, y'all. We're moving. We're moving over to the right.
Just right here.
Just literally over to the side.
Thank you. That's fine. Nope. Just here. Just here.
So back up, y'all. We're backing up. We're backing up a bit, y'all.
All the way down here?
Oh, no, just right here. Just right here.
We're backing up a little bit more. Like we need to be behind these, behind here. Okay. We're keep moving. Y'all, please keep backing up. Everyone, please keep backing up. Okay. We're backing up right here. All the way here. We're not moving any further. We're not moving. Y'all, we're not moving.
See, take another step back. Another step back. All right. One more.
Okay.
One more.
This is, I'm gonna stop.
Thank you.
But no, we're not moving up any further. Please, just like.
And then once that is done, we get to
Because that.
we move and ease up on the use. Ease up at the
Okay, no, there's no need to run, y'all. There's literally no need to run.
Exotic practice for them.
Hard-coded in our genes.
Very true.
Yeah, we ran over there.
Right this way, right over here. We're not coming right over here. Nope, nope. Oh, you're coming. Hold in.
Sorry, we have to be on this side.
You think you'll be able to upload it from here? Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, because they'll be looking for it when you stop. Great. Thank you so much.
Oh, sorry. Let me move. Sorry. Let me get low.
Since you're doing sound, you can go, bro.
Yeah, I can't quite because I'm gonna hit. Can I go low?
Squat a bit so can also have a shot. He's doing sound also. So sound guys, you can go a bit down. Sound.
Because there are people sitting here.
Try to push them a bit forward.
They're trying to see if it... One second, I might move. Just give it a minute. They're trying to figure something out. 1 minute.
Nothing.
I believe we're gonna load the.
How are we going to tap sound?
From the White House, offended or something. I'm just not sure if she's been made.
That is.
Pabwera stand hapa so. Mimi napa hii kamera hii ndapa stand.
Can everyone just stay where they are right now? Okay, we're going to move these chairs up.
How are we going to get sound? How are we going to get sound?
Handing to them. He said, I know measurements. Okay, now we can slowly, right?
Can we leave room in the front of this? So
Right here, where the chairs are.
Can we leave some room in the front for stills for the photo?
If you're not capturing sound or visual, please move to the back, y'all.
If you're just
not capturing sound or visuals, please move to the back.
Here.
I think the great room.
How are we going to get sound? Can we put our recorder there? It's not possible.
On the left.
I'm going to kneel down when it starts. When it gets closer, I'll kneel down.
I know nothing. But you'll have time to like position.
Manix, come.
Time. Let me try to see if I can get out of it. Coming through, Justin.
Yes, he's trained. Just trained now.
Gimbal and then make up on that gimbal.
They don't check that. You understand what I mean? No. As in the chair. Oh, push them in front. Something to do with don't check the people. No, I can't. Whenever
Anything good?
There's a moment where I was like kind of pulling up through the and I just see her head all of a sudden like reaching out. She's like, oh god, like I am way too close.
Yeah, he doesn't have. No.
It's like shining.
No, I don't know if he does. I don't know if he does.
The machine when we did they can switch off all these machines.
Are you okay if I stand right here? Yes. Okay.
Can I tap in your song?
Hmm?
Can I touch on your song?
I don't think so. It's on the camera. I don't think you can. Excuse me.
Can we get a mic check from you real quick? Just stand up there. And...
No,
No, I know, but for our mics.
Mic check.
Like an angel. Thank you.
The sound is bad. The feedback from behind, the sound is not okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, she's coming.
What did you say about the sound?
No, the sound is not okay.
She's farm casual.
Hey.
Good morning to every one of you. My name is Bruno Wemba. I'm the CEO and founder of Panuka Enterprise Limited. So we are a host together with my team here. Glad to have you here. It's an honor to be here today to welcome Vice President Harris to Panuka Farm. I started Panuka Farm in 2017 with a goal of demonstrating that Zambian farmers can be a model for the world. I think at the time when we started this farm, there was a lot of myth that the locals cannot do it, play especially in the high value chain, and that's exactly the narrative that we are trying to correct. So we started this with an import substitution model. So some of you may actually be wondering what Panuka really means. So for those of you that are not from here, Panuka is the word from the southern part of this country for a tribe that's called Tonga. So Panuka is literally translated as being clever. But from some perspectives, we can actually say being innovative and trying new things. And that's exactly why we've done what we do here, I think in resonance with that Panuka concept. Over the years, we have done just that. People said we couldn't run the farm on solar, and apparently we actually still have quite a lot of people that say solar doesn't work, you can't run a commercial enterprise. But we think this, I think, is a testimony of what exactly can happen. So we certainly proved them wrong. We have to give thanks to some of our key partners, the first partner being the World Bank, for the initial investment in remodeling how we do things here, and obviously the Zambia Industrial Credit Bank, also for the additional investment in solar and the greenhouse infrastructure. This obviously enables us to kind of climate-proof our production so that we are in production all year round. This enterprise is actually premised on three things, which is quality, quantity, and consistency. But you can only attain those three attributes if your production is climate-proof. That's exactly what we're trying to do here. The climate crisis is a direct threat to food security, and I'm proud of the work that we are doing here at Panuka Farm to address that with the team here. And I must also indicate that I'm very proud of you, Vice President, the focus on sustainable agriculture, to address food security. I actually tracked, I think, all your speeches from Ghana to Tanzania, and I could actually hear that resonance around, sustainable agriculture, which is quite good. So with that, I now have the rare privilege and honor of introducing the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, to address you all. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Bruno. I really appreciate the name Panuka, and that it is about being clever, because really isn't that at the heart of what we want people to do, which is to use their imagination, use your vision, and be encouraged to use it in a way that will inspire and will do what we call innovate, create new things, see what is possible, and then go and get it. And that's what the leaders here are doing. And I first of all want to congratulate all of the men and women who are doing this work. Thank you for the time you've taken with me to show me the work that you are doing. And it is really quite impressive. I plan on talking about you all around the world. So, as Bruno has said, the impact of the climate crisis is unmistakable, and without any question, in my mind, poses an existential threat to our entire planet. But we also know that there are solutions at hand. The relevance of the topic as a global priority as it relates to this continent also includes the fact that the continent of Africa and the nations of Africa really are some of the lowest emitters in terms of greenhouse gas emissions, but are paying some of the highest costs. So when I think about the work that is happening here, Bruno, the work you are doing here in Panuka, it is not only a model of innovation and inspired by, as you said, what we must do to be clever, but it is also an example of work that should happen around the country to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Around the world to do the same. In particular, the harm to the continent of Africa, I'll just talk about three countries in particular as an example. In last year alone, in Somalia, which has a population for the American journalists here about the size of New York, 43,000 people died due to drought. Last year alone. In Malawi, Cyclone Freddy caused over 500 deaths. In Nigeria, which as a country is about 2/3 of the population of the United States, more than 1.4 million people were displaced due to historic flooding. So these are just some examples of the proportion of harm that is being experienced on this continent, and as an example of what is happening around the world that must be addressed with creative solutions. So this trip, you are correct, Bruno, has been about highlighting innovation, highlighting the ingenuity that exists on this continent that is benefiting the world and can be a model, in particular about smart farming, smart agriculture. You talk about being climate proof, which is, we talk sometimes about weather proof. Bruno talks about climate proof, which is in essence what we refer to as resilience, what we must do to adapt to these changing climate conditions. And so the work here is an example of what we want to encourage more. To that end, the trip has been about what we can do to cultivate and grow public-private partnerships, how the United States government can work with African leaders, African corporations, U.S. corporations, nonprofits, philanthropists, to bring resources together, to combine those resources, to uplift and grow these kinds of models of innovation in a way that will spur and encourage this kind of work across this continent and across the globe. This work then that we are doing with the private sector, as I announced yesterday, will, because of the work that I've done to help generate more than $7 billion in private sector commitments, will support climate resilience, adaptation, and mitigation. This includes commitments to support climate-smart agriculture, to increase access to financing and insurance, which is a very big deal, to more on this continent than 116 million farmers, which is about half of the farmers on the continent. And let's think of the benefits of this type of approach. For example, when we think about access to insurance for small farmers, this will help farmers to recover financially after a difficult season or a catastrophic event. As for the role specifically of the United States government, the United States will continue to support and expand this work. Some examples of the work we are doing to that end here on the continent includes helping to improve climate modeling, weather forecast, and to build new weather stations. We, through that work, know that we can then help farmers decide where to plant their crops, when to plant their crops, how to predict the upcoming growing season in a way they plant crops that are resilient to or can adapt to whatever that climate might be predicted to be. In this way, we can also help communities prepare for storms, prepare for drought, prepare for floods. And this work is directly, of course, connected to the issue of food security, which is a big issue for the continent and for the globe. We know that climate crises drive disruptions to food supplies on the African continent and around the world. Extreme weather causes water scarcity and food insecurity. And it's a simple point, which is if people don't have food to eat where they live, they are likely to leave that place and often move in large numbers to a place that may not speak the same language or hold the same customs or culture, which invariably might lead to conflict. So the connection between these issues is quite clear when we think about the extreme climate variables that we have been experiencing, when we think about the need to invest in innovation and ingenuity, when we think about the jobs that will be and the people that will be uplifted, the connection to food security and the connection to a reduction potentially of conflict around the globe. So today's farm visit is to highlight all of that and to use as the example, Bruno, what you are doing here as models again for what can be done elsewhere. For example, a lot of what you are doing here is about high tech, using cell phone apps to track plant health and using solar energy to power buildings and irrigation systems. Bruno showed me on his phone the app that he has been using over the last 2 years, so that he can use the camera on his phone to take a picture of the leaf of a plant, and the app will then tell him, because of AI and what it has been programmed to do, oh, there are certain kinds of infestation that are hurting that plant. That plant needs a certain kind of food to address whatever might be harming it. That plant needs less water, more water, less sun, less sun. Think about the application of technology that can grow the productivity of farms, which increases the food supply in any particular area. So what is so exciting about this is the intersection between technology, innovation, how we think of water policy. Bruno has shown me what you are doing around water conservation, building trenches so that they can then feed when the rains do come into the reservoir you've built here to anticipate what might be future drought. This is exciting, innovative work that is a model again for what we should be doing in many places. And I must also mention, as you have Lupia, where are Lupia founders? There you are. So Lupia is a microfinance company whose founders were small business owners who went into hard times with another type of business and then thought about what they could do that was innovative and new and helpful to their community, and came up with the idea to provide microfinancing to farmers. And through the work that they have been doing, farms such as this have benefited. And I'm told that we will be expanding beyond Zambia to do the work of targeting small farmers, micro agriculture, uplifting women. We talk particularly about that. Here in Zambia, we know almost 80% of the farmers are women. And by providing microfinance, which is essentially access to capital to help women start a farm, grow a farm, and increase not only the productivity in terms of the food production piece of it, but also increase the economic status of their families and their communities. So all of this is coming together, and it is very exciting. And again, this farm is a model of the integration and intersection between all of those approaches. So I want to thank everyone here for the work you are doing. I look forward to talking about it everywhere I go. And congratulations for your hard work. Thank you.
Russ is holding.
Yeah, I have the microphone. I'm not able to, because you gotta jump in and go, you know? I have no way of getting it out. When you're shooting, it's frustrating.
Hey.
Someone grabbed someone else's bag. We have one person's bag who was left back there, but we got it.
They are going to jail. Sorry, you can pack your bag. Yeah, but they are going to just throw cheap.